On September 20th, NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang made headlines, declaring that Moore's Law is finally dead. But what is Moore's Law? Is it actually dead? And what does this mean for the future? In 1965, Intel co-founder Gordon Moore was asked to predict the rate at which CPU performance would increase in the coming years. His answer was simple. For every 18 months, computers will be twice as powerful for the same cost. Historically, this was achieved by shrinking transistors, allowing manufacturers to fit twice as many into the same space. But every year, we get closer and closer to the physical constraints limiting this progress. What I have here in my hand is called a transistor, and it's the fundamental component that makes up all electronic devices. When voltage is applied to a transistor, it switches to an on state, allowing electricity to pass through it. If not, it will be in an off state, and no electricity is able to pass. Your phone or laptop contains billions of these, each over 10,000 times smaller than a human hair. When Mr. Moore made his claim over 60 years ago, transistors were somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 to 10 micrometers. Today, they are in the neighborhood of 5 to 7 nanometers, nearly 1,000 times smaller. So it would be reasonable to assume there are some new difficulties that he didn't consider. The biggest issue being encountered presently is called quantum tunneling. In short, quantum tunneling, as the name suggests, is when electrons tunnel through the non-conductive material, severing one transistor from another, causing them to misfire. This behavior is extremely problematic for chip manufacturers, and there are very little ways this can be prevented. One possible way is to lower the voltage the transistors use, allowing for them to be closer together before quantum tunneling occurs. However, due to the electrical interference caused by the environment these chips operate in, this is simply not an option. So yes, it would appear that in terms of transistor size, NVIDIA is right, and Moore's Law is essentially on its deathbed. However, Moore's Law wasn't about size, it was about performance. So what are some possible ways we can continue to increase performance? Well, one possible way is to optimize the way the chips work. If we can't change anything about the transistors, we can change how they work with each other. See, CPUs are built as several modules that all work in unison to perform all the tasks you ask of it. If we can make these individual modules faster at what they do, it will cause the overall speed to increase. Other possible ideas are to change the material that transistors are made of. If scientists can find a better conductor to make transistors out of that reduces the voltage necessary to operate them, then perhaps we can go back to looking for new ways to continue shrinking them. Regardless of the approach we take in the future, Moore's Law will continue to live on.